Hi, today we're going to be comparing the ILIFE A4 on my left to the V7S on my right here. And let's start by comparing the size difference. The V7S is around an inch or so wider than the A4 over here. And V7S is slightly taller. The A4 is under 3 inches tall. The V7S is slightly over 3 inches, around 3.15 inches tall. And the bin of the A4 is located here at the back. Here, this is the A4's bin. And the bin of the V7S is located on top. And I don't have the size of the bin here, but here's a visual comparison here. The A4's bin is wider, but when you compare it in terms of height, the V7S is slightly taller than the A4. And the A4 has a Hepa filter here. Let me just open this. I haven't cleaned this. So the A4's bin has 3 layers of filtration. This is the main mesh filter that covers the foam filter that covers the Hepa filter underneath. This is the Hepa filter. And again, 3 layers of filtration, and it has a Hepa filter. If you have allergies, this would be a better option for you compared to the V7S. And let me just close this and put it back. While the V7S here is the V7S's bin. Let me just open this. The V7S has 2 layers of filtration. This is not a Hepa filter. This is just their high performance filter, but it doesn't have any Hepa filtration here. And this is the main mesh filter, and this is the bin. So the V7S has a fewer layers of filtration here, and it comes, though the V7S comes with 2 extra filters. This is how the filter looks like for the V7S. This is the extra filters of the V7S. This is, you can see how thin it is. This is the filter of the V7S here. These are not Hepa filters. And when you compare it to the Hepa filter of the, this is the Hepa filter of the A4 here. The V7S has a wider area, covers a wider area. And this is the A4's filter, but the A4's filter is much thicker than the V7S. So, and both of them have a single button here, the auto. These buttons have the same function. When you press this, it will activate the default cleaning mode. And let's just turn the robots. I'll just show you the other side of the robots here. Okay, one of the common questions that you may have would be the brush roll here. Let me just open the brush roll and compare the brushes of the A4 and the V7S. And this is the brush roll of the A4 here. Let me just try to focus here. And this is the brush roll of the V7S. You can see that the V7S has a much bigger beater bar here, and you wouldn't be able to use the A4's brush on the V7S because it's much narrower. You cannot fit it in, and the V7S's brush wouldn't fit inside the A4 because it's wide. Cannot fit it in. So this answers the question. You cannot use the A4's brush on the V7, and vice versa. You cannot use the brush of the V7S on the A4 because of the size difference. And the V7S's brush has both bristles. These are the bristles and the squeegee here, and it's a similar design to the Neato robotic vacuum brush that has the same bristle and squeegee. What this squeegee does is it helps pick up pet hair, and in my opinion it helps prevent pet hair from wrapping around here. That's from my experience so far. But the V7S has doesn't have as much power as the A4. The V7S only has around 400 PS of suction, while the A4 has up to 1,000. So the A4 has more than double the suction power of the A4. Just put this back in here, and you can see the A4 has two side brushes. Let me just give you a close-up look of the A4. The A4 has two side brushes, and it comes with two extra side brushes, while the V7S only has one side brush over here, and it comes with an extra side brush. And the biggest difference though for me would be the mop feature of the V7S. The V7S comes with this mop, microfiber mop here. This is the bracket of the mop, and you just attach it on by aligning the posts with the holes. And let me just flip this over. Just flip this over here, and again, we just take this out, take out and it comes with a water tank. This is the water tank of the V7S. It holds around 450 milliliters of water here. So if you want to wet mop your floors, just put this in, take out the dry dirt bin and put this in its place, and just slide right in. And the way it works is simple. When the robot detects that the water mop is in, it shuts off the vacuum, and the water mop uses gravity. There are holes underneath here. There are two posts here where water drips out slowly, and it mops the floor. It doesn't scrub. It just mops the floor. And if you want the mopping functionality to go along with the vacuum, you get the V7S. But if you just want the vacuum functionality, then you can go ahead and get the A4 here. A4 is trying to find its home base here. For carpet and bare floor surfaces, if your home is carpet and bare floor, I would suggest going for the A4. And if you have mostly bare floor like tile or linoleum, I would go for this because of the mopping, and the suction should be enough for on bare floor. The suction is adequate. And let's look at the control of both of these products here. And here's the control of both of them have the same controls here, and the only difference would be here. Both of them have the clock and the schedule here on top, and the only difference would be this max button here on the A4, because the A4 has two suction modes: a normal mode if you want it, if you find the max noisy, and the V7S doesn't have the max. It only has one power mode. Now let's look at the charging base for the A4 and the V7S. The A4 has a much smaller charging base, obviously, because the robot is much smaller, and it doesn't have any storage for the remote, while the V7S has a storage here. You can see it has a recessed area here where you can store the remote. And as for the navigation, I've already recorded videos for the navigation. I'll link to them in the description below. And if you have any questions about the V7S and the A4, how they differ, again, feel free to comment below. And thanks again for watching.